May I come?
May I come in, sir?
Please.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Be seated. Be seated.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, please introduce yourself.
So my name is Karishma Sunil Loharkar. I am from Nashik, Maharashtra. I've done my BTech from Vishveshwaraya National Institute of Technology, Nagpur. I've done my MTech in Structural Engineering from Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. And I've recently presented a paper based on seismic fragility analysis of flat slab viaducts in USA.
You did your MTech in
Structural Engineering.
Structural Engineering. Okay. And your research paper was on what?
Seismic fragility analysis of flat slab viaducts.
Fragility analysis of
Flat slab viaducts.
flat slab viaduct.
Yes.
Okay, okay. And what are your hobbies?
So I like to pursue Kathak and cooking.
Cooking. Okay. Can you be slightly louder so that?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So, you were in IIT Kanpur. Now, tell me, what is the system available for prediction of earthquake as far as the common man is concerned?
So basically we record the ground motions using seismographs, and from there only we can get to know about the earthquakes. So we cannot predict the earthquake much prior to the happening of the event, and research is been going on in that area.
How much time is available?
So there is not much time available. Like many of the earthquakes takes place when there is no prior information. It is one of the natural calamity where we cannot even predict. Some of the earthquakes, like natural major earthquakes, sometimes we cannot predict the earthquakes. It just hits.
So that means we should leave it to God and do nothing about it?
No, we should prepare our structure to mitigate the response of the earthquake.
Okay. And how about informing public? There is a system which some people have developed, which you install and then a siren can go and say on top of a high-rise building. If you install, it will let everybody know that.
Yes, sir. That is the alarming system which we can install in any of the building or any of the structures to make aware people about the arising of the earthquake. But that is not prior to the earthquake. That is when the foreshock starts.
Yeah. So let's say we have such an equipment. Have you seen such an equipment?
No, sir. Personally, I have not seen.
You have heard about it?
Yeah, I have heard about it.
So if I have a choice, say in this hotel, I would install it in the basement or I'll install it on the roof.
I will install it on the roof.
On the roof. Why?
Uh,
Why not the basement?
So because if I talk about roof, roof undergoes maximum displacements whenever the earthquake hits. So I feel there will be few seconds early we can get to know about it. So people will be getting more time to evacuate or get aware of the earthquakes.
Okay. But tell me that if we put it on the roof and roof itself undergoes displacement, that means that building is not earthquake proof.
No, so whenever we design a building to be earthquake proof, so we just try to mitigate the response. We cannot completely eliminate the damages because it will be highly uneconomical to resist, to be completely we keep the structure completely elastic, and we have to absorb some of the energy through damages, so that there will be not catastrophic failure of the entire structure, and also it will remain functional after the earthquake. So basically, when we design a earthquake resistant structure, we just try to mitigate the response, and we do not completely eliminate the damages. But we ensure that it will remain functional, and also the people will get time to
They
that.
say that the Japanese put some bearings under the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how exactly do they do it?
So actually that is known as base isolation technique, where we separate the superstructure from the foundation of the building using the elastomeric bearings. So what happens is whenever the earthquake hits the structure, maximum energy is dissipated through the bearings, and also sometimes there is natural damping present in the bearings. So maximum energy will be absorbed by the bearings and will be dissipated through bearings. So the ground motions transmitted to the building will be lesser.
Have you seen these bearings?
No, sir, I have not seen it.
Okay. So let's say for this kind of building, at what distance the bearing should be? Mutual distance between the bearings.
So it is installed at the foundation level, like between the superstructure and the foundation.
Yes, but it's not just one bearing.
No, like it depends upon at what what is the probability of earthquake in that particular area, and what to what extent it will be subjected to the damages.
Yeah, so there's a
based
long
on
wall. There's a long wall of say 20 meters.
Okay.
So in 20 meters length, how many bearings will you install?
So sorry, I'm not aware of this exact distance.
See, it can't be one bearing, otherwise the whole building.
No, it can't. It's basically based upon the calculations also, and the expectation from a designer to what extent we want to dissipate the energy.
Yeah, but
So it should be like mostly it is installed at like above every footing, but I'm not exactly aware of the distance.
so the whole building load will come on those bearings.
Foundation level, yes. On like mostly we provide at every foundation level, like at every foundation.
Okay. Yes.
Just tell me, when was the last major earthquake occurred in India?
So it was in 2022 in Manipur and also in Assam.
Major earthquake, where there was a lot of damage.
I think it was in Kashmir then, of magnitude roughly around 7.8. It was a major earthquake.
Anyway, it was in Gujarat 2000. Bhuj.
Yeah, but even Kashmir, yes.
Then just let me, what was the this amount of damage done?
In Bhuj.
Bhuj, Jamnagar, Gujarat area.
So there was a catastrophic failures of the structures in Bhuj particularly, and also in Ahmedabad, which is roughly around 200 kilometers from Bhuj, like that 200 kilometers away from the epicenter of the earthquake. But there were many soft story buildings like which we normally see like in parking areas. So there were catastrophic failures in even Ahmedabad. Many buildings collapsed.
Yes, you are right. But there was one project which was not damaged at all. That is in Jamnagar.
I think that is hospital.
Refinery. So what measures were taken by the owners, and how did they visualize? Dhirubhai Ambani.
So sorry sir, I'm not aware particularly about that project.
When refinery was being made, he asked, भाई कितना आता है यहाँ पे? बोला earthquake was the measurement, बोला Richter scale. कितना आता है? 7. What is the maximum? 8. Design all the buildings for 8. Okay.
Karishma, do you eat undiyu?
I have tried it, sir. I have tested it.
What are the ingredients of it?
So there are mixed vegetables, basically it contains a lot of brinjal and potatoes. Sometimes we can put tomatoes also, and depending upon the interest of the person, but it is a mixed vegetable.
What will be the spices used in that?
Red chili, and then cumin seeds. Sometimes we can put ajwain also, but basically red chili powder is the basic ingredient of undiyu, what I have eaten, sir.
Okay, fine. Now there are two scales related to earthquake. These two are?
intensity scale. One is the MSK scale, and second one is the modified Mercalli intensity scale.
What about Richter scale?
That is a magnitude scale.
Richter scale is magnitude scale and Mercalli scale is
Intensity
scale. Now, there is an earthquake, we determined that with the help of seismograph, right?
Yes, sir.
How many seismographs are required to determine the epicenter? Minimum number of seismographs.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Generally, epicenter is how many kilometers downwards from Earth's surface?
See, it can be a deep, like earthquakes can be from the deep epicenter earthquakes and can be from shallow also. So shallow roughly varies like 10 to 20 kilometers from the Earth's crust, and deep can be like there is no bound then.
Still, epicenter can be how much deep?
Sorry, not epicenter. I was talking about focus. Epicenter is on the surface of the Earth.
Yes. Focus is the point
Focus
where
is the point. Yes,
it
sir.
originates. Now, when we design the structure, we go for over-reinforced section or under-reinforced section?
We go for under-reinforced section.
Why not over-reinforced?
So because in over-reinforced section, there will be a sudden failure and there will be no prior warning before the failure, like we cannot detect it. But when we design it as a under-reinforced section, then we get prior signs of failure. So that is the major reason of designing the section as under-reinforced section.
Now, if there is a steel structure, will it be earthquake prone, or it will be earthquake resistant, or it will be earthquake proof?
So it will not be a earthquake proof resistance, but according to the detailing of the structure, we can make it earthquake resistant.
So why can't we construct all these buildings as steel structure buildings? It will be very safe.
So because we can design earthquake resistant concrete buildings also as earthquake resistant building.
But steel structure would be great. We'll be more satisfied with the results.
So there are
because concrete is more unpredictable and steel is very much predictable. We know the behavior of steel.
So we can predict the seismic behavior of the concrete buildings also. And as there are advantages of steel structures, there are disadvantages of it also.
Like, why you will not go for steel structure residential buildings?
No, we can go for it, sir. But fire safety is one of the major issue we suffer, like we face during the construction, like basically for steel structures. And yeah, that is...
Fire safety is not an issue. Sir.
Okay, Karishma. Tell me, what is the structure of Earth?
Sir, it has the inner core, then outer core, then the mantle, and then crust.
In which state all these layers are?
So the inner core and the outer core are mostly in the molten state. Mantle, the inner part is in molten, the outer part is a solid, and crust is a solid.
Inner and outer core both are in molten?
No, the outer core is in the molten state, and the inner one is like semi-solid to solid.
Solid. How did scientists come to know that the outer core is liquid?
Through the geological studies, we can get to know about the structure of the Earth.
So what do you think that in geological study we might be doing that can tell us that the outer core is liquid?
So one is the propagation of waves, the study of various waves propagating through the Earth. So that can be one factor from which we can get to know.
So which waves can propagate?
So if I talk about the seismic waves, then the P and S waves can travel through like the inner part, whereas the love waves and Rayleigh waves are the surface.
So what are primary and secondary waves?
So when an earthquake originates, the energy is transmitted through the body of the earth through these primary and the secondary waves. And when it hits to the ground, it basically transmits the energy through Rayleigh waves and the love waves.
So which waves can travel through liquid and which waves cannot travel through liquid?
So I'm not sure about this. Can I take a guess?
Yeah, please.
So I think primary waves can travel through liquid medium.
and secondary cannot.
Secondary, I'm not sure.
Okay. What is the speed between the primary and secondary waves? Which travels faster?
So primary waves travels fast.
And which wave causes the maximum damage to the structures?
So the surface waves, that is the Low waves and the Rayleigh waves, causes the maximum.
So why the primary waves does not cause the damage, whereas the other waves
So
cause?
they do cause, but compared to the surface waves, they cause the like if I compare them to the surface waves, they do not cause that much damage because as they originate from the earth, so while traveling, they dissipate a lot of energy while striking to the rock or through traveling. So that is one of the reasons.
Okay. Tell me, what is difference between a homogeneous and composite beam?
So homogeneous beam is made up of a single material, and where a composite beam we can make it out of several materials
So why we make beams to be of composite materials?
to increase its strength.
So where do we put composite materials?
So where there is a requirement of to resist the high bending stresses, generally we put there.
Like, it could be, where do we have the highest bending stresses?
So in the beams. So
Can we put at the center?
center as
Let's say I have a beam
okay.
which has I section. So can I make the vertical section as the composite high strength material?
Yes,
and
we can attach the plates and we can increase the strength at that particular section.
so should it be away from the neutral axis or close to neutral
It
axis?
should be away from the neutral axis so
Okay.
that the section.
What are the different types of materials used in reinforcements?
One is the steel, then we can use the FRPs, that is fiber reinforced polymers. Like research is going on and we can use.
Why we want to move from steel to FRPs?
So basically one issue is the cost also. One issue is the ratio of strength to the weight. So FRPs have much higher ratio of strength to the weight. And also the cost involved is almost lesser than the steel. So these two reasons are the
Do you
main.
really think FRPs will be lesser cost as compared to steels?
So now it is not because it is in the developing zone, but like it is possible, sir.
Okay, thank you. That's all, sir.
Yeah. So how was your interview?
So I don't know.
Please come back after 2 minutes, we'll give you the feedback.
Okay, so thank you so much, sir. Thank
All
you.
the best.
Good, very good.
May I come in, sir?
So looking back, was this interview better than your last time?
I tried my best, but I certainly do not know that whether it was better.
How do you feel? What is
Your feeling only.
inner feeling?
I felt that I could have done a bit better.
Yeah, that should always be there in life.
I-
That is there. There should be scope to improve. That's all right. Otherwise, you are a good candidate. When is your interview?
6th of October, sir.
Okay. And what is your written performance? Written, how much you are expecting?
So near about 650 to 700 total.
Okay. Then you are quite
Perfectly
close.
alright, yeah.
Then you can easily make it. Okay. So keep your smile on. You have a good smile.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. And keep your confidence on also. See, for you, because you are from IIT Kanpur, the bar will be higher for you. So don't expect stupid questions. You can expect serious questions and follow-ups also. Okay. So like they started off with earthquake. So what is a serious earthquake? What, last major earthquake. What is a major and what's a minor earthquake? So find out about it. Go to the National Disaster Management Authority website. See
One
what.
clue I can give, like after 2000, all the codes were revised.
Yes, sir.
NBC and also earthquake. And the additional measures were taken.
No, I was aware of the Bhuj earthquake, but I got confused like
Yeah,
what
yeah,
to
because it
report
is too
because
long, yeah.
yeah,
देखो
because
तुमने सबसे ऊपर अर्थक्वेक लिखा है
yes,
और जो भी पैनल में होंगे they must have seen some earthquake in their life.
yeah, definitely, sir.
ठीक है? And recently it happened in Afghanistan. Recently
Turkey,
only.
Morocco,
Turkey,
yeah.
Afghanistan, and everybody tells us that you are sitting on this zone, tectonic zone, serious problem. So there is a lurking fear in everybody's mind. So you are a good guinea pig to ask all those questions, right? So everybody will ask you everything. Whether they know it or not doesn't matter. They'll ask you about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So since you have written it there and you are a structural expert, so they will ask you, so be prepared for it.
Yes, sir.
Focus on it.
Yes, sir.
What does your father do?
So he's a businessman. He's into construction business.
Construction business.
He's a civil engineer.
Civil engineer. Yeah, okay. So anyway, so be prepared for everything and anything related to
Earthquakes.
earthquakes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And even things like, I think recently in Turkey they lost a very historic building, a mosque, very old mosque they have lost. Are you aware?
Yes, also in Morocco because it's
Morocco,
the UNESCO
sorry,
heritage
sorry.
site.
Morocco, they have
That
lost
is perfect answer. And also don't deny this.
yes,
His chairman has said,
Yes.
and you correct it.
yes, Morocco.
And also.
So am I supposed to do that?
So now, no,
Very-
it was
it
right.
was
Your
natural.
approach is right. So now, if they ask you that how do we make Qutub Minar earthquake proof? Okay. So can we do it now?
So certainly we can because many historical buildings we have improved their resistance like through many retrofitting techniques.
So think about it
Yes.
and
sir. Yeah.
have an answer ready.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Anything you would like to add?
लेकिन कुछ और सब्जेक्ट्स भी पढ़ लो, अर्थक्वेक पे रहेगा, एक दो लोग पूछेंगे, बट ट्राई टू कवर
बाकी वो आपके फाइनल एलिमेंट मेथड जो आपने किया है ना उस पर भी क्योंकि वो उनको ज़्यादा पता होगी जो स्ट्रक्चर का प्रोफेसर हो।
हाँ.
दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड। थोड़ा सा और पढ़ लो, ठीक है, अदर सब्जेक्ट्स भी पढ़ लो, एयरपोर्ट क्योंकि मान लो पूछ लिया तो never know.
स्पेशलाइजेशन
ठीक है, अभी टाइम है तो पढ़ लो, जस्ट बुक पलटनी है, दैट्स इट।
Okay. So all the basic subjects.
हाँ,
right?
ऑल द बेसिक्स।
Okay, sir.
And when you reply, look at the person who has asked the question, then look at others also. थोड़ा सा eye contact बना के रखो.
Okay, sir.
Because everybody will be rating you.
Yes, sir.
So Karishma, I like the way you interact. So your confidence is good. जब आपको the good thing that I liked is कि शायद ये seismic waves वाला question आपके लिए बिल्कुल नया था, which you might have never thought.
Yes.
तो ऐसे question आएंगे and you handled it very well. So that was very good. So आप हो सकता है बहुत सारे questions आपको बिना आपने कभी सोचा भी नहीं होगा वैसा question आ जाए. So you have to think and then you have to reply. आपने बहुत अच्छे से like you were not aware. I purposefully asked because this is related to all earthquakes.
Yes, sir.
So ये सब चीज़ें भी आपको थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रखना है कि seismic waves क्या होती हैं, what is the utility of that waves, S
Yes,
waves
sir.
क्या होती हैं, P waves क्या होती हैं.
Yes,
You can add all of this. Apart from like sir said कि not only earthquake but other subjects also, because since you are also writing strength of material, I did not go into the strength of material because I thought कि ये आपके लिए नया होगा.
Yes.
So I asked this. But strength of material के panel में there will be somebody who might be there.
Yes, sir.
So you have to study that.
Yes.
डिटेल में भी आपसे पूछा जा सकता है because you have a research paper. Panel would be very much interested in giving an opportunity to score 160, 155.
Okay.
So they would like to test you how much knowledge you have.
Okay.
So आपको उसी expectation पे जाना है.
Okay.
Your intro was good. It was all like you told that I have presented a
So
paper.
is it a good thing to?
Yeah, that's always better.
So it's okay that if I take the name of my paper
Exactly.
in the
That,
introduction.
that was better.
But speak it slowly. You speak it very fast. So
Okay.
that, you know,
Yes.
technical thing, everybody may not be of that specialization.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So rest, it was perfect. Like you can go with the same confidence. Sir, marks.
You will get good marks. From our side, we are through. At least 130, 135 you can get. And if you work harder, you can touch 150.
150.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you,
Best
sir.
of luck.
Thank you so much, sir.